Summary book. Attention Span by Gloria Mark. In Attention Span, a groundbreaking way to restore balance, happiness, and productivity, Dr. Gloria Mark explores the modern phenomenon of attention fragmentation and how it impacts our mental health, productivity, and overall well-being. With the constant barrage of distractions, whether from technology, social media, or multitasking, attention spans have dramatically decreased over the past few decades. Drawing from decades of research in psychology, neuroscience, and human-computer interaction, Mark presents both a scientific understanding of attention and practical strategies for restoring focus and achieving greater well-being in a world that is increasingly demanding our attention. The book provides insights into how attention works in the digital age, the psychological and emotional consequences of losing our ability to focus, and actionable steps to reclaim our attention and improve our productivity and happiness. Key themes and concepts. 1. The decline of attention in the digital age, technological distraction. Mark opens with an exploration of the root causes behind the diminishing attention span in modern society. She identifies digital technology, particularly smartphones, social media, and the constant flow of notifications, as primary contributors. These technologies interrupt our thoughts, fragment our time, and hijack our mental focus. Example: the average worker checks their phone multiple times an hour, switching between tasks and experiences, leading to an overall decrease in attention span and cognitive performance. Constant context switching. Mark discusses how the brain is ill-equipped for the kind of constant switching between tasks that modern work and social life demand. The process of shifting attention back and forth between tasks or between social media notifications and work tasks actually reduces our ability to focus deeply on any one thing. Example: research shows that it can take up to 20 minutes to fully regain focus after being interrupted by an email or text message. 2. The science of attention. Types of attention. Mark outlines different types of attention, including sustained attention, the ability to focus on one task for extended periods, selective attention, the ability to focus on one thing while ignoring distractions, and executive attention, which helps us plan, organize, and complete complex tasks. Understanding how these different forms of attention function is crucial for improving focus and productivity. Cognitive load. One of the key factors that hinder our attention span is cognitive load. Cognitive load refers to the mental energy we use to process information. When the load becomes too high, due to task switching, external distractions, or overwhelming information, our ability to focus and perform well diminishes. Mark highlights how multitasking, which is often seen as an essential skill in the digital world, actually decreases our cognitive effectiveness. Attention and the brain. The book delves into how attention is managed by the brain. It explains the role of the prefrontal cortex in executive function and attention control. Mark explains how the brain's reward system, which is activated by social media and other forms of instant gratification, can be hijacked, leading to attention fragmentation. Example: dopamine is released when we check a notification or like a post, reinforcing the cycle of distraction and diminishing our ability to focus on more important, less immediately rewarding tasks. 3. The emotional and psychological consequences. Stress and anxiety. Mark discusses the emotional toll that attention fragmentation can have. When we constantly switch between tasks and are never fully present, it leads to heightened levels of stress and anxiety. Our brain's inability to rest and engage in focused, meaningful work leaves us feeling overwhelmed and disconnected. Burnout and mental fatigue. Constant multitasking and digital distractions contribute to burnout. Mark draws on studies showing that long-term exposure to digital distractions and constant context switching leads to feelings of exhaustion, diminished productivity, and a general decline in well-being. Social comparison and self-esteem. The constant exposure to idealized representations of others on social media exacerbates feelings of inadequacy and social comparison. Mark explains how the dopamine-driven feedback loops of likes and notifications create a cycle of validation seeking, which can further reduce attention spans by hijacking emotional regulation. Decreased deep thinking and creativity. With constant distractions and the pressure to stay on, many individuals report difficulty in engaging in deep, reflective thinking. Creativity suffers, as does the ability to engage in tasks that require long-term focus and problem-solving. 4. Attention and the impact on productivity. The myth of multitasking. One of the most common misconceptions in modern work culture is the idea that multitasking boosts productivity. Mark debunks this myth by showing that multitasking actually leads to a significant reduction in cognitive performance. She argues that by focusing on one task at a time, people are much more likely to achieve a higher quality of work in less time. The need for focus. Mark emphasizes that the key to productivity is not speed or the number of tasks completed, but the quality of work produced. Achieving high levels of focus, and spending sufficient time on a task without distractions, is essential for producing meaningful results. Example: research shows that people who engage in deep work uninterrupted, focused work are more successful and satisfied in their careers than those who are constantly juggling multiple tasks. 5. Practical strategies for restoring focus and improving attention, digital detox and mindfulness. Mark advocates for regular digital detoxes, where individuals take breaks from their devices to reconnect with the real world. Practicing mindfulness, being fully present in the moment, can also help retrain the brain to focus more effectively. Example: mindfulness techniques, such as focusing on breathing or taking short breaks to recalibrate, have been shown to improve attention span and reduce stress. Time management and task prioritization. A key strategy Mark discusses is time blocking, dedicating uninterrupted time to a single task or project. This approach helps to reduce cognitive load and increase efficiency. She also advises setting boundaries around technology use, such as turning off notifications or setting specific times to check emails or social media. The Pomodoro technique. One of the time management techniques Mark recommends is the Pomodoro technique, which involves working in 25-minute bursts followed by short breaks. This method allows the brain to remain fresh and engaged, reducing mental fatigue and promoting sustained attention. Creating environments conducive to focus. Mark suggests that environmental factors play a huge role in our ability to focus. Reducing clutter, designing workspaces that promote concentration, and setting boundaries with colleagues or family members can help create the ideal conditions for focused work. Sleep and nutrition. Good sleep hygiene and proper nutrition are also crucial for maintaining a healthy attention span. Mark discusses how poor sleep, dehydration, and a poor diet contribute to cognitive decline, while adequate sleep and a balanced diet help improve cognitive function and focus. 6. The role of society and organizations. Reevaluating work culture. Mark critiques modern work culture, which often glorifies constant availability and multitasking. She argues that organizations should prioritize focus, rest, and mental well-being to foster productivity and happiness. This includes offering employees the time and space to engage in deep work, as well as providing resources for managing digital distractions. The need for structural changes. The book suggests that in order to combat the growing issue of attention fragmentation, there must be systemic changes, both at the individual and organizational levels. Encouraging employees to take breaks, avoid excessive meetings, and reduce reliance on digital tools could greatly enhance both individual and collective productivity. Conclusion. Attention Span by Gloria Mark is a comprehensive guide to understanding and overcoming the challenges of modern distractions and attention fragmentation. By providing both scientific insights into the nature of attention and practical strategies for reclaiming focus, Mark offers readers valuable tools for improving productivity, mental well-being, and overall happiness. In a world increasingly dominated by digital distractions, Mark's book serves as both a warning and a roadmap to regaining control over one of our most valuable cognitive resources, our attention.